Welcome to this lesson in which we answer the question, why do we need a business case? As we'll see, a business case takes some time to develop, but a good business case delivers enormous value to project managers and investors. So let's get started. Let's begin this discussion on why we might need a business case with a look at project failure. Are you aware of how many projects fail? And just how much this failure typically costs? And we will look at IT projects in particular. First, let's clarify what we mean by project failure. A project is considered a failure when it has not delivered what was required, in line with expectations. Therefore, in order to succeed, a project must deliver to cost, to quality, and on time, and it must deliver the benefits presented in the business case. That seems pretty simple. Yet it seems that project sponsors and politicians claim projects fail to meet these criteria. The NHS Connecting for Health is part of the UK Department of Health, and was formed in April 2004. It has the responsibility of delivering the NHS National Programme for IT, an initiative by the Department of Health in England to move the National Health Service in England towards a single, centrally mandated electronic care record for patients, and to connect 30,000 general practitioners to 300 hospitals. Originally expected to cost £2.3 billion over 3 years, in June 2006 the total cost was estimated by the National Audit Office to be £12 billion over 10 years. The National Health Service's National Programme for Information Technology is perhaps the best-known IT project that did not achieve what it set out to do, but the public sector is full of these projects. A study from the European Services Strategy Unit, completed in 2007, reported on 105 government ICT projects, which cost more than they should, overran or were terminated or even all three. The 105 projects were valued at £29.5 billion, and cost almost £9 billion more than expected. A total of 60 programs had cost overruns, and on average cost about 30% more than they should have. Furthermore, 35 contracts were delayed and 31 cancelled. The UK is not the only victim. A 2012 Gartner survey found that 20% of all expenditures on IT is wasted, a finding that represents, on a global basis, an annual destruction of value totaling about $600 billion. A 2014 IBM survey of Fortune 1000 CIOs found that, on average, CIOs believe that 40% of all IT spending brought no return to their organizations. Similarly, a 2016 study conducted by the Standish Group found that only 35% of all IT projects succeeded, while the remainder, 65%, were either challenged or failed. In far too many cases, the value from IT projects simply is not realized. Just consider the evidence. In recent years, survey after survey has revealed that from 20 to 70% of large-scale investments in IT-enabled change is wasted, challenged or fails to bring a return to the enterprise. In fact, one survey on measuring costs and value found that, in many enterprises, less than 8% of the IT budget is actually spent on initiatives that bring value for the enterprise. So, what are the causes of these failures? Causes can be thought of in two dimensions: before the project begins, and during the execution of project. Problems which occur before a project begins include a lack of defined project outcomes, leading to scope changes, and cost overruns and conflict. And a lack of a defined return on investment, leading to collapse in management support as costs rise. And finally, and most importantly, absence of a structured approach to planning and managing the project. Problems which occur during project execution include lack of implementation control, leading to scope creep and cost overruns. Situation changes, caused usually by change of leadership, leading to project scope changes, or lack of ownership for outcomes. And poor governance of the project, leading to conflict and controversy. Now, consider your own organization. Have there been any significant project or investment failures? Answer the following questions. What was the cause or causes of the failure? What were the consequences of the failure? Was a business case prepared in advance? Would the project clients have invested in the project if they had known what they know now? And finally, if a business case was not developed, would a business case have helped? The need for a business case in project management is well documented. In the PRINCE2 project management methodology, the business case is the driver of the project. The business case is used to decide if the project is a worthwhile investment. Before allowing any change to the project plan, the executive, or senior managers, must consider the impact that this change will have on the business case. In other words, every project must have a business case in order to get off the ground. The business case justifies the investment of time, money and resources into a project, by outlining the benefits that the project will bring. We see three roles of a business case. Firstly, a business case is used to capture critical knowledge about how the business will function both with and without the final solution. Secondly, to secure resources, funding and approval to move forward. The business case provides the basis for reviewing the facts and assumptions in the proposed solution. The development of the overall business case simplifies the process of financial justification, and will usually identify issues or potential problems with a solution. And thirdly, to provide consistency. The business case provides a consistent message to many different audiences. It is a high-level view of the entire project, and enables all stakeholders are informed about the project. The business case serves as justification to invest in a proposed innovation, or change which carries with it some risk of failure. The business case will explain the financial and non-financial benefits for the organization, resulting from the investment. The business case provides a vehicle to review the facts and assumptions in the proposal, and document what would happen to the business if the project was not undertaken, i.e. doing nothing. The development of the overall business case simplifies the process of financial justification, and will usually identify issues or potential problems with a solution. It is also useful for prioritizing a project against the many other initiatives that may require additional resource, revenue and capital investment, etc. The business case provides a consistent message to many different audiences. It is a high-level view of the entire project, and enables all departments and organizations affected to be knowledgeable about the project. So, when do we actually use a business case? Successful innovators in business use the stage gate model for managing all their major projects and change initiatives. The stage gate model controls the flow of decision-making about investment in a project by using gates. Stage 1 is where the idea is generated, and then it passes to the first gate, where the decision is taken whether a business case is now required to conduct a full analysis of the problem or opportunity. Then at stage 2, the business case is developed and submitted for approval at gate 2. Once approved, the project can then be developed, and funded would normally be released to proceed to the next stage, the design or development stage. We can see then that the business case plays a pivotal role in investment decision-making. And just who is the business case developed for? A business case has to be presented to the sponsor for approval. The sponsor will decide whether the proposal and the allocation of resources is supported and authorized. Other stakeholders may include the board, the CEO, the business owner, the project's approval team, and your project team. And just what decisions can you expect to be taken on submission of a business case? The typical decisions to be taken on submission of a business case include getting the green light to proceed, a request for further justification, such as a feasibility or pilot study, and a refusal to go ahead. A good business case defines value for the business, clarifies criteria for selection, quantifies the costs and benefits over the life of the project or innovation, quantifies the risks, focuses accountability, clarifies the pathway for successful implementation, and clarifies the exit plan. A good business case will also convince the stakeholders of the value of the project, will provide all the necessary detail to enable decision-making, will provide a point of reference for future review of progress and evaluation of outcomes, and will help prevent project failures, and help prevent massive cost overruns and project losses.
Want to learn more about this subject? Then click on our website to view the full course. Why not subscribe and get access to free articles and special offers? Join the Global Career Highway now.